But not always, right? You said that sometimes a dream feels so real, you're not later sure it was a dream. Yeah, so it could be that I'm dreaming right now. So when I was in graduate school doing my PhD in philosophy, as I say, Will was about 4 or 5, and he was starting to ask questions like this. What is fairness? Can you be sad and happy at the same time? Are thoughts real? And I recognize these questions as genuine philosophical questions. And this surprised me because I had never really thought of children as having philosophical potential. I guess if I had thought about it, I would have assumed they probably didn't have philosophical potential. And certainly in the academy, children's philosophical thinking wasn't a big topic of conversation in general. But I started remembering what I was like when I was like in elementary school, and that I would stay awake at night wondering about these kinds of questions and thinking about my place in the world and who I was and what was the meaning of my being alive. And so I started wondering if kids this age generally thought about such questions. So I talked Will's kindergarten teacher into letting me come in and do a philosophy class with his kindergarten peers. And I remember going to the classroom and I was so nervous. I had taught undergraduates, but I'd never taught kids. And the whole idea of it, I wasn't sure I knew what I knew I didn't know what I was doing. But I wanted to try it. It seemed like a really interesting possibility. And so I brought another Arnold Lobel story called Dragons and Giants, just a plug for Arnold Lobel. His stories are among the most philosophically suggestive of any children's books I know. They are among my favorites. They're wonderful stories. They're often early readers for kids, and they raise all kinds of interesting questions. So Dragons and Giants is a story where Frog and Toad decide they're going to figure out if they're brave or